boys and girls. It's Mrs. Aprilliano here, and thank you for joining me for part 3 of our informational writing. Today, what we're going to talk about is we are going to write an ending to our piece, and we are also going to use our information writing checklist to help us go back, add more details, and also fix or correct any mistakes that we might have made, and also use that checklist to help us just beef up our writing a little bit. Okay, so as you might remember the last time, we've been working on teaching books. So I'm going to share my screen with you, and I want to pull up our chart, how to write a teaching book. So let me move myself down here so I'm not in the way. So the first thing when we're writing a teaching book is we want to think of that topic. And we did that. We created a brainstorming sheet, thought of all these topics that we know a lot about. And we wrote them all down. We know a lot about dogs. We know a lot about cats. We might know a lot about baseball or lacrosse or basketball or riding a bike or a scooter. So we're going to think of all those topics that we ourselves know a lot about. And if we can say 4 things on our fingers about that topic, then we know that's a topic that we can write about. So after we think of our topic, we want to plan what we're going to say. We can use our best teaching voices, and we can say them across our fingers. Dogs need food and water to survive. Dogs need a lot of space and exercise. Dogs need a lot of love and attention. Also, I could add that dogs need to be trained. If they need to be trained to use the bathroom outside, they need to be trained to walk on a leash. So there's a lot of training that goes into having a dog. I could add that. Now that I think about it, I can add that into my piece a little bit later on. And then we want to sketch across the pages, just a sketch. Remember, sketching is not a detailed drawing. It is just pencil and paper drawing, just to get our ideas on the page. And then once we finish that plan piece, we're going to start to write the words. And that's where we were, that's where we left off last time. So this time, what we're going to do is we're going to take my piece about dogs, and I want to think of an ending. I want to make sure that I let the reader know that I am finished talking about dogs. And I don't just say the end. Writers don't end their piece by saying the end. We have to come up with a different way. So we've already have our introduction here. And I'm just going to reread my piece so that if I'm thinking of anything else that I want to add, or it'll help me also think about how I want to end it. Do you like furry friends? Do you like to get outside and play? If you do, a dog could be the pet for you. Think about, maybe I'll end my piece talking about dogs are great pets or something like that. I'm going to use my introduction to kind of help me with my ending. This is a book about dogs. Dogs need food and water to survive. Dogs need outside space to run around. Dogs need a lot of love and attention. So now I want to think about my last page, which is going to be my ending. Now, in the beginning, I talked about wanting a dog as a pet. So let's see. I hope you learned a lot about dogs. And then what I might want to say is a dog can be the perfect pet. So I'm just going to give it one more sentence, just to give a little bit more detail. A dog can be a perfect pet. Okay. I hope you learned a lot about dogs. A dog can be a perfect pet. All right, so I think I'm finished my piece. Now I might want to add a little drawing here. It's going to be one of my better dog pictures because I think I'm just going to do a dog. It's kind of looking like a cat. Oh no. There we go. I'll give it big ears. Okay. So I added my picture of a dog, and I might even want to do some labeling here. I might want to say ear, tail, foot. Right? Sometimes we see these labels in nonfiction books telling us a little bit about the parts of the dog. Whiskers. Okay, so I just labeled my picture of my dog at the end of my piece a little, just to give the reader a little bit more information about dogs. And we can do that with our pictures. We can add information into our pictures by adding labels or captions and some sort of diagram. So I hope you learned a lot about dogs. A dog can be a perfect pet. Okay. So now what I want to do, now that I feel like my piece is pretty complete, I want to take my information writing checklist that I'll attach to this video, and I want to go through and just check and make sure that I did each part. And we have not yet, starting to, yes. This one starts out with structure. I taught my readers about a topic. Did I do it like a first grader? Remember, we want to think not yet, starting to, yes. And we want to make sure that we use this tool. If I just went through and checked yes to each one and didn't even think about it, it's not really a good tool for me. So I want to make sure that I go through each piece and check to make sure that I've done everything. Okay, first one is lead. I named my topic in the beginning and got my reader's attention. I think I did a pretty good job of that in my book. Do you like furry friends? Do you like to go outside? If you do, a dog could be the pet for you. This is a book all about dogs. Okay, so I named my topic. I said, this is a book all about dogs. And then I also asked some questions to get my reader's attention. Okay. Now, I told different parts about my topic on different pages. So I started talking about dogs need food and water to survive. Dogs need outside space to run around. And dogs need lots of love and attention. Okay, I think I did a pretty good job of that. I told different parts about my topic on different pages. I could go back and add some more words that they give here, like for example. So maybe when I'm talking about food, dog food, I could say, for example, Purina is a brand of dog food. Okay, I might want to give an example. Or also, I could use the word also, or another example, or another thing that you need to know about dogs is they need to be trained. So there's a lot that I probably could do with that. So I might say here, starting to. didn't really, so I'll check yes for the beginning here. But this transitions, I'm going to say starting to because I'm not quite there yet. All right. Ending. I wrote an ending. Okay. That's something that we just worked on. I did write an ending. I hope you learned a lot about dogs. A dog can be a perfect pet. So yeah, I did write an ending. I'm going to check yes off there. I told about my topic part by part, organization, kinds of, this is an example of baseball, kinds of bats, where to play, how to play, players. I did tell it part by part, but I really like how they labeled that at the front. I probably could go back and I could say maybe exercise. Maybe I could label this one exercise for dogs. So maybe I want to give some labels to my page to help that organization. So if somebody was flipping through the book, they would be like, oh, dogs need exercise? Okay, I'm going to read about this part because it's got the title, Dogs, Exercise for Dogs. So that's just something to think about. So on this one, I'm just going to put starting to because I'm not quite there yet. I'm going to flip over to the back. Development. Did I do it like a first grader? Not yet. Starting to, yes. I put facts in my writing to teach about my topic. There are 4 bases around the diamond. I know that I did add that dogs need food and water to survive, but I wonder if I could add a little bit more facts about dogs in my page. I'm going to click on starting to because that's something I want to go back and just add a little bit more facts about dogs. Maybe I could say something about dogs being mammals, right? That would be a fact about a dog, something that's true, and maybe that's something that I might want to add into my piece. So again, like this checklist is really helping me add more things to my piece just by going through this is my tool in helping me. I use labels and words to give facts. I did that at the end. Do you remember? I used this label, whiskers, eye, ear, tail, foot. I did this diagram about a dog, parts, like parts of a dog to help give information. I would like to go back and maybe do a little bit more of that in my writing. I mean, I know I have food and water here, and then I pointed to a dog, so I do have some labels in there, but I might want to go back and add a little bit more. So I'm going to just click on starting to. So this is really helping me to get some more information on my paper. The last part is language conventions. Did I do it like a first grader? I used all I knew about words and chunks of words to help me spell. I would say yes, I did a pretty good job of that. I would like to, maybe you could go back and just check and make sure that your spelling sounds correct. I spelled all the word wall words right and used the word wall to help me spell other words. Well, we're not at school right now and we don't have our word walls, but I want you to be thinking about your trick words. You should know all your trick words and how to spell those correctly. Okay, this is the big one. I ended sentences with, oh, I forgot to check that. I'm going to say yes. I ended sentences with punctuation, period, exclamation mark, question mark. Please, oh my goodness, first graders, please, please, please make sure that you're ending your sentence with punctuation. My piece is not just one long sentence. I definitely have a lot of sentences in here that make up this information book. So please, please end with punctuation. I used a capital letter for names. That's important, but I really want you to be thinking about using that capital letter in the beginning of your sentences. And this says, I used commas in dates and lists. If you'd like to do that, that's fantastic, but I really want you to concentrate on punctuation and that capital letter in the beginning of sentences. Those are my big ones for first grade. Okay, so boys and girls, I hope today that you were able to learn about how to write an ending to your information piece and how to use the Information Writing Checklist to improve your writing and to go back and fix your writing. So what I'd like to do now is I want to stop the share of my screen. And I would like to say to you, happy information writing, good luck, and I look forward to hearing your books.